So it looks like you're AFK right now, right? But if you weren't AFK and you were in a scrim, I would recommend you setting up right here, right? I recommend you setting up high ground here so you can scout right here. I want to stay near the window just in case they have like a Hanzo Sonic or something. If you're staying here, you can like see what they have, right? Before any fight, the most important thing is to scout to see what they have so you can know how to engage into their team. You also have to keep in mind your team comp, right? You have Zarya, D.Va, you guys do not have a main tank. Looks like you guys are running slow heals from the looks of it, because this guy haven't picked you up, you guys do have a break. They have a slow team comp as well, but I do think they have the stronger front line. Right, so you threw your Sonic Arrow. The point of Sonic Arrow is to scout. If you didn't know that already. So, since you guys are running a very slow team comp, you have to engage by looking for opportunities. In this case, your opportunity was the Hog and Reaper going out of position, so you have to engage on that. And I'm sure you do. Yeah, you killed on Reaper.
Nice shot.
You look at the Mercy guy. She goes, you choose. After you fail, okay. In my opinion, I wouldn't have gone for the Mercy. What I would have done differently, even though she was out of position, you have the rest of your team right on payload. They can do the same thing that you can. What I would have done differently, after you kill the Reaper, I would have just went to high ground here, right? I would have taken an off angle on their team. If you're... Let's go back. Let me show you. Once you've killed the Reaper... Once you've killed the Reaper, look at where the Ashe and Moira is positioned. Do you see them up there? What I would have done is taken off on the right. We would have went up these stairs, snuck up behind them, and then set up right here. Right? If you set up here, you could have either gotten the Ashe, right? Or the Moira. And or the Moira. You could have gotten both if your aim was really good. Because their Sigma is dropping to peel for their Mercy. And he has to contest payload sooner or later, and because he dropped down to peel for the Mercy, their Moira and their Ashe were basically just out of position. They could have died. So you trying to kill the Mercy, you didn't even kill her, but you're trying to kill the Mercy, that's one target. When their Ashe and Moira were both up here out of position. And because they're taking off angle, they're not expecting it either. So just remember that about snipers. This goes for all snipers, is don't forget to take off angles even if they can be a little aggressive. And you have an Echo that can fly to if you need help. You guys have a D.Va. D.Va's job is to peel. So you're just gonna have to trust that your team will peel for you if their Moira or Ashe engages on you. But they're one shot in the head if you're Hanzo, so I don't think you should be needing any help. Yeah, you don't need to
See.
Okay, yeah, if you were to engage on the high ground where I told you earlier, you wouldn't have gotten picked off in the back by the Hog. You would have seen him on the stairs. He would have probably went back to his team.
See that which is
So there is really no need for that. Since, like I told you, you guys don't have a main tank. You guys have a slower comp. And because of that, you're gonna have to be playing angles and taking high ground. You don't want their Ashe having high ground control and like killing you guys from above, right? So what you're gonna have to do is you should have just came up high ground. You should have came up here. You could have set up in two different places here. You could have set up here. You could have set up here, right? Try to get a pick on someone. Or in my opinion, you should have set up here. One, you can contest the Ashe. Like, she's just raining damage down onto your team. You can contest the Ashe from there. And you can Sonic the rest of the team. Earlier you missed your Sonic and you only got like 1 or 2 people in your Sonic. If you Sonic from this angle, you could have gotten their whole team. So, as Hanzo, just don't forget about taking high ground and just knowing where to position yourself and why.
Unseen. Mobility increase.
Pause on that. You dragon, I don't know if you're paying attention or not, but you guys have grab dragon. They don't have a defensive ult. So I would have saved your dragon for grab dragon. You guys already up numbers. There's really no point. You guys should have already won the fight if you guys engage on this correctly. You guys should win this fight without having to use any ults there. And look at their ult economy. They only have 3 ults. You guys have all of your guys' ults. You guys will win the ult economy. You guys just have to use it in the right way.
The dragon consumes. Double. Enemy radar contact. My target.
So what I said about taking high, you should have been setting up here, right? You guys got pushed through. You could have climbed over there, taken this high ground, contest the Ashe from this angle here, because she doesn't have sights on you. She doesn't know that you're there until she completely walks out. Oops, I don't want to do that.
Marked by the dragon.
Yeah, I would have played that differently. In my opinion, I wouldn't have focused on the hog. Sure, he's in your backlines, but he's not even doing much. He's trying to get your widow, and he didn't even end up killing her anyway. You should just, like I said, taking high ground. They have nothing to contest you, or they just switched to Genji, but earlier they had nothing to contest you on high ground. And you could have gotten like easy picks if you're playing from all
My ultimate is ready. Through the dragon. Fire at will! You have been judged.
My ultimate has started.
By the dragon.
This is what I meant with taking off. Well, this is a flank. What I was trying to tell you earlier, this is between flanks and off angles. A flank is when you're further away from your kills, right? So it is more risky. As long as you can hit your kills, you should be fine. But like I said about taking high ground, right? Instead of like... Alright, and so you took the high ground, which is good. You took an off, you took a flank too. So, right? Because what you've been doing, you've been sitting on the... What you could have done differently, right? This is... Good thing you didn't do this. I'm gonna tell you what not to do, right? You could have went all the way around and then walked into this room, right? Do not do this, by the way. Walked into this room, but instead you took the high ground and shot them where nobody on their team could contest you. That's what I meant by taking high ground control. Now here, you could either go back on high ground. Instead of playing main, you already have their FARs. All of them are already distracted on you. You could be a bit more aggressive here. You could take aggressive angles. You could be setting up in here, right? You could be setting up in here, trying to get their Ashe. Or you can go back onto the high ground and deal more damage onto the enemy team. Or even if you want, this is a bit risky, but this is something you can do. You can even be well, where the circle is, you can even be standing here and shooting them from behind. They're all turned around to face your aura. You could just shoot the Rhine, the Moira, and everything from behind.
Initiating match.
Okay, I can finish this if you want, just let me know, but I've just seen the same mistakes every time. I don't really think there's a need to go over this unless you want me to. So what you just need to focus on, right? One is your positioning. Your positioning. And two is taking different angles. So this includes both flanks and off angles. Excuse my ugly handwriting, I don't like it either. This is my sign for angle, by the way. Right, so your flanks and off angles. And then I guess. Oh, and then 3 is combining ults, right? Because I didn't. I only saw you guys grab dragon once, and that's what made you guys win the team fight on second point. So positioning, angles, combining ults. That's what I thought the biggest issues were throughout this VOD. Since you guys already used grab earlier and you use your dragon for last fight, if you can't combo, I would highly recommend doing what you did, is using your ult to zone the enemy off. And I liked how you ulted into their spawn, because that denied their way of getting onto point. And if you're set up here, dragon into their spawn, look to your right. Dragon into their spawn, look to your right, and just punish anybody who comes out that way.